Good morning. This is the Dr. Simonds Metabolics and Weight Loss. Ask Me Anything. Facebook Live. We do every other Monday. We're open today, as usual. Normal hours, both offices, and we want to thank you for tuning in.
Yes.
Yes. So we have, well, I'm here with Michelle Kennedy today.
I'm back.
I know none of you know Michelle at this point. Okay. But
I'm here. I'm ready to roll.
Okay. Right. So, Michelle?
We are having a very special giveaway this show. So because we are so appreciative of people who tune in live, we are giving away two $25 Target gift cards today before the end of this live AMA Facebook show. So what we need you to do in order to be eligible for being chosen for the gift card is like our show today and leave us a comment in the comment section. Hashtag Simonds AMA. It's a hashtag Simonds AMA. We're going to pick two people to randomly receive these Target gift cards.
That's right.
So thank you for watching. We already have a comment in here. Go ahead and like it, Kathy, and then do your Simonds, hashtag Simonds AMA, and you'll be eligible for one of those gift cards.
That's absolutely right. Yeah. So I'm going to give some free stuff away.
Yes, yes. And speaking of free stuff, we'll just mention that we are in our last 2 weeks now of a patient survey that we've been running in both of our offices. It's coming through your emails. You've probably seen in our offices, there are QR codes up on posters. And what we're looking for is just honest feedback on how we can improve and do things better. What are we doing right and what could we improve upon? We'd love to know. And in the next 2 weeks, there's going to be a series of giveaways. So if you haven't done the survey yet, it is not too late. Please go ahead and do so. It is anonymous. And if you want to be entered for the prizes, you just put your email address in, but we still keep your responses anonymous.
You have to be a patient.
Yes.
So you can't ding me if you're not a patient, okay?
Yes, that would
Just
help to fill out the survey about the practice that you're a patient in.
That's right, yeah, that's right, yeah. But when there's prize money involved and stuff, sometimes people who aren't patients try to get in on the act. So
yes, don't blame them. I like prizes too.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. Yeah.
So let's get into our questions, huh?
Sounds good.
All right.
Oh, good. We got some entries already.
Hi.
Bobby, Annette, and Kathy, thank you for entering content. I mean, that's good. Yeah. That's good.
Off to a great start.
Yep.
All right. So we're going to jump into questions. Our first question is from Marcus from Durham. Marcus how long can stay in ketosis and what should be considered because it is one of the therapeutic diets that we prescribe in this practice. It's not the only one. It's important to note, but I think Marcus is asking because he is interested in it. Maybe he's had success in it, as we have seen with a lot of folks. And this is a really good question. As far as how long, for most individuals, forever would be the answer.
Yeah. Marcus, you may not, this may be new to you, but human beings lived in ketosis forever prior to the modern Western experiment. And they were always in ketosis their entire lives. So this is the natural human condition. The American diet, if you will, and not being in ketosis is a historical aberration. And so I would tell you that there is no reason to ever come out of ketosis. And look, if you purposely decide you want to, there's no precautions you have to take. I would encourage you to stay in it if you can.
Yeah, I'd say it's more so getting in, like re-entering a state of ketosis. It's important to remember things like managing your electrolytes, and we've talked about that before. So coming out of ketosis, I'd say the one thing to keep in mind is that water follows sugar. So when you come out of being in a state of ketosis, you will gain some water weight because your muscles and your liver cells will kind of reabsorb glucose that's coming in a higher carbohydrate diet, and water will follow. And so kind of you'll soak up a little bit more water. So you will see that scale go up pretty much as soon as you start to reindulge in carbohydrate, starch, and sugary foods. The trick of when you go back into ketosis is because of that water leaving, salt leaves, magnesium leaves, potassium leaves. So you do have to be very careful to replace those electrolytes so you don't feel that keto flu that's commonly described when you're getting into a state of ketosis.
That's right.
So keep that in mind if you do decide to come out and go back in. But the bottom line is, if it's working for you, if you feel great, there's no reason you need to come out, Marcus. Thank you for that question.
Total agreement. Okay.
Want to take Mary?
Yeah. So Mary from Cary, can you tell me more about services you offer for smaller weight loss, like 10 to 15 pounds? We like patients like this. Okay.
Oh, absolutely.
So I've always said obesity is not a disease of just weight. Okay. It's a disease of excess body fat, which can happen at lots of different weights. So we're actually interested in helping people manage their body condition. I think fat is, we don't want to get too hard. Much rather manage 10 to 15 pounds of excess body fat than 50 pounds of excess or 100 pounds of excess body fat. It's much easier to do. And look, as you gain more body fat, that changes, biological changes that are negative become more permanent. So actually, this would be a perfect time to come in and to address this. So we manage it the same way. We view it all the same way. Look, whether you got to lose 100 pounds of excess body fat or 15 pounds of excess body fat, the treatment really isn't any different. There's kind of 4 ways to approach this. There's 4 things you got to consider. You got to consider the nutritional aspect, right? And so we talk a lot about restricting carbohydrates and stuff for this reason. This is a good nutritional approach. There's physical activity. That's a pillar you have to consider also. And you don't have to formally join gyms and all this stuff to be more active. There's lots of ways to do it. But being more active is something you need to consider. And then behavioral modification. You can't always say get the same result doing, or a different result doing the same thing. So you're going to have to make some changes there. And then the 4th pillar, the one that people tend to talk about the most is, hey, do I need some medication to help me pull this off? I always say if it was easy to be thin, we'd all be thin. Okay, and medication makes the difference. It helps, I can talk about these things in theory. They sound great, but doing them's the hard part. And medication takes you from knowing what to do to actually being able to do it. And so if you need that, we can help you. And so anyway, we'd love to see you and help you with that. And you're not abnormal for just wanting to lose only 15 pounds.
If you just joined us, thank you so much for tuning in. This is Dr. Simon's Ask Me Anything Live on Facebook. We are running a special this show. So if you want to be eligible to win one of 2 $25 Target gift cards, we need you to do 2 things for us. We need you to like this show, and we need you to comment #SimonsAMA in our comment section. So if you haven't done so yet, and thank you to those of you who have, please go ahead. And I do see Kathy, you're looking forward to coming in. Give us a call, okay? We will try to get you in at a time that works for you this Wednesday. So please give us a call in Raleigh. We are open normal hours.
That's right.
All right. And I'll just, with Mary's question, before we move on to our next great question, I want to reiterate that we do in our practice have a wide range of sizes and weights, but we do have a lot of experience with folks who, one of the first things they say is, I know it may seem odd that I'm here because I don't have 50 pounds or 100 pounds to lose. And we just say, no, that's not the case. We have a lot of patients who may feel like they don't need weight loss services, but in fact, it's more about fat loss and it's more about metabolic health, prevention of disease, and the treatment. Because there's a lot of people walking around who, looking on the outside, they look very healthy. They may be thin, they may run marathons, but maybe their cholesterol's really high. Maybe they have really high blood pressure. Maybe they have diabetes. Those things you cannot see. So just because you don't have a lot of excess weight that you feel like you need to lose, if you're still concerned about your health or about where you carry fat, especially in the abdomen, that adipose tissue or fat tissue can be very, very, very dangerous. So even if your weight isn't very high, that's still something that we do here and can help with. So don't be shy about calling for an appointment. We don't have weight limits or restrictions or minimums for our practice. If you need help and you come to us, we will help you.
That's correct. Yes. All right. Well, thank you for entering. We got more entries. Bobby, Charlie, Jen, thank you for entering. We appreciate
and
that.
thank you for watching. That's really what this is about. We so appreciate people that watch it live and then share it or watch it later, because it's all our AMAs are recorded. So if you like this is your first one, go back and watch some of our other ones. They're all on there.
Okay.
All right. So we're gonna go to John from Smithfield. How regularly do I need to be seen, and do we offer telephone visits? So yes, we do offer telephone visits.
Absolutely do.
Yeah, we've been doing them for a while in our practice. We're very comfortable with them. We make it very, very easy for you to be able to do your visit over the phone. And because we have pharmacies on site, you could pick up your medication after the appointment, or we can ship it to you. So if you cannot come in, we can really make it convenient for you while still helping you on your journey. And as far as the regularity, most folks we do see every 30 days.
Yeah,
so it's once a month typically. It can be individualized to meet your needs, whatever that is. But as far as medication refills, we typically do 30 days, and that's for several reasons. One, the accountability of coming in on a regular basis is very important for success. And then two, we really want to be there to answer your questions and monitor your progress and make sure that we're not missing something. Sometimes if we go too long, we could have missed an opportunity to really help you with a speed bump or a detour along the way. But we also don't want you to feel like you have to come in every week in order to be successful, because for many of us, I know for me, that's not really realistic.
Yeah, right. Yeah, most people, most working folks don't want to do it.
Right.
And so I don't insist that they do it. But, whether you're in person or whether you're doing it over the phone once a month is kind of typically what we do. And the first visit, if you're not a patient already, John, is that the first visit you have to do in the office.
Good point.
We have to establish the physician-patient relationship face-to-face. It can't be virtual. And then if you're in such a situation where coming to the office is a problem for any number of reasons, well, fine. We can do those telephone follow-ups if we can track certain information on you, which you can send to us, and we can give you instruction on how to do that. We still periodically like to see you back in the office, so at least once a year, or if there's been any kind of major changes in your health or something like that, it would give us a reason to want, if everything's smooth and there's no, major changes in your health, maybe once a year is all we ever need to see you physically in the office, and we can do the rest digitally, essentially. Okay, so anyway, we have a lot of people that do it this way. Yeah. But Michelle's right. About every 30 days, so there has to be some accountability there, and we have various state laws and stuff we got to abide by in terms of dispensing medication and that sort of thing. And so, what they call somebody who doesn't actually see patients or follow up on them and just dispense medication, they call those drug dealers. Drug dealers. So I don't want to be a drug dealer, and I don't want the state accusing me of being a drug dealer. So they have rules about how often I need to lay eyes on you or have contact with you. So making sure that we're meeting all of those regulatory requirements is also part of the gig.
Yeah, so. And we're very careful to follow all the procedures, the state procedures, and we have patients all over the United States, and the telephone visits doesn't have to be because you live 8 hours away or across the country. You could live locally, come in once a year, as we talked about, the first visit, and about every year each after, even if you live locally, but schedule-wise, it's just very, very difficult to come in, which again, we understand. We are here to try to make this as simple and convenient as possible, because we know it's hard enough already to ask for help with your weight and come to appointments on a regular basis. But if you make that commitment, we will partner with you to do anything we can to make it safe but convenient and something that you can stick with so that you see long-term success. So thank you, John, for that question.
Okay. So Joan from Raleigh, can you tell me more about your experience with patients with PCOS? I was just diagnosed and currently take a lot of medications. My weight loss continues to stall and I'd like help. Yes, so we do see patients with PCOS, and this is a common reason that, medical reason why people might not lose weight. The problem with PCOS is one of elevated insulin. And insulin, if you ever listened to this broadcast before, insulin is your body's fat storage hormone. Okay, so the antidote to PCOS from a diet standpoint is carbohydrate restriction. You can't do things that aggravate or further raise your insulin level. So sugar, flour, rice, and potatoes have to go. And you got to be pretty diligent about this. You can't be half in, half out. You got to buckle down. And so in many cases, you're going to need medication to assist you with this because you'll still have cravings for those sorts of things initially. And you got to bring those sort of things under control. So, taking an appetite suppressant, maybe taking metformin, which will lower your insulin level. These are good things to do. We need to have a look at those medications that you're on. Some medications can really aggravate that insulin level. Maybe there are some substitutions we could suggest to your primary care doctor, for example, that would get the same job done and not further complicate this problem. Make it easier for you to lose weight. Yeah, but as you lose weight, the PCOS gets a lot better. Yeah,
we do see that. PCOS stands for polycystic ovarian syndrome. It only affects women, and it has to do with genetic predisposition and also some lifestyle factors that cause a rise in insulin. And when insulin goes up, it causes an increase in the testosterone hormone in women. And this can cause problems with menstruation, with fertility, with weight, with hair growth. So with acne and skin, it can be very, very frustrating and very difficult for a lot of women to deal with. And the good news is you don't have to deal with this by yourself. I know we mentioned metformin, a low carbohydrate diet. Even if you've tried that before, maybe your primary care or your GYN did give you metformin, but it upset your stomach, and so you came off of it. Or you tried low carb and you didn't see success and you're just feeling frustrated. Still, let us help you. Give us a call. I've seen so many times where we can make a couple of tweaks here and there, and boom, you start getting weight loss, skin clears up. They feel better, periods regulate, fertility improves. So there absolutely is an avenue to treat and reverse and put this condition completely in remission. So give us a call, Joan. All right. And we're still picking the winners at the end of the show. So just a reminder, like the show for us. And then comment, #SimonsAMA.
That's right.
All right.
All right, Tamara from Durham. Oh, she doesn't really have a question.
That's right. She has a wonderful comment for us.
That's right.
She follows us on Instagram, and she just wanted to say, quote, "I love all the keto recipes you share. It makes keto so fun." Thank you. Thank you. I will say I have a lot of folks who comment about the recipes that come through. And
they're good stuff.
It's so good. It's so good.
Yeah.
And diet fatigue or food fatigue, we will see a lot for people who are eating the same things over and over. Some people, they're great. They have protein shakes every day and eggs every day, and they're fine with it. But a lot of folks, they need more variety, but it's easy to get stuck of, well, what do I make? What can I do with chicken again? Or what can I do with the same vegetable? This Instagram site, if you have not checked it out, your mouth will water just scrolling through the recipes. And they're not complicated, and they don't require a bunch of fancy, expensive ingredients. So if you're feeling a little burnt out and eating the same stuff over and over, go over to Instagram and follow us at the Casual Keto Doctor.
Right.
It's at Casual Keto Doctor. There's no the, excuse me.
That's right.
At Casual
Keto Doctor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so thank you, Tamara, for that comment. We
Lots
love
of recipes
hearing that.
there, and they're really good. Yeah.
Oh, it is the.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Okay. Yes.
Producer
The
is playing with
casual
me.
keto doctor. Yes.
It is the casual keto doctor. I was right, and then
We're kind of like the anchorman Ron Burgundy.
right.
He'll read anything, right?
He puts it on a piece of paper. We gotta spit it out. Be careful. Be careful. We're gonna show you the Instagram page so you can see what it looks
the
like.
casual keto doctor. Yeah.
Can we scroll?
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh,
yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
all recipes
Yeah,
on there.
I
And if you
know,
click
yeah.
on them, you'll get all the information about them. And it keeps
That's right.
going.
I mean, it's awesome stuff.
Yeah, it's
So
really
it's
delicious.
really, if you haven't been to the Casual Keto Doctor Instagram page, you need to follow it. You need to go there, check it out, follow it. Because,
Holly agrees. Thank you, Holly.
Yeah, it's got good. We got good stuff on there, man. Yeah. We got a solution to just about any food.
Right. If you need
type
salty,
that
if you need
that's
crunchy,
right,
if you need sweet, if you need chewy, I mean,
yeah,
it's there. It is there.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
So
last
cool stuff.
question.
Yeah. So we got a question from Deidre in Durham, who's lost more than 50 pounds. And she says, I have to work out a lot to tone up my body, but I'm still not happy. I'm scared of surgery. What else should I do?
Congrats.
Yes.
I would
Congrats on
say
losing
the 50
more than
pounds,
50
that is
pounds.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
Phenomenal, Deirdre. So good for you.
So, I like to approach this question by telling people that, look, it does shapes up by regular working out after you've lost weight, but it just takes a little time, and it always looks a little different than what you think. So you may think, well, I got this loose skin, and I need surgery. And 6 months later, you think, not so much, right? Okay. So, and there are some people who are just going to need the surgery no matter what, even after they do regular working out and so forth. So anyway, I want to encourage you to continue to work out in a combination of both cardiovascular exercises and resistance exercises. Be persistent about it. Do not use your weight loss as an excuse to start eating junk again. Okay, that does not help. And the other thing I'd say is we have anticipated kind of a need for this sort of thing, and I've wanted to address it over the years. And one of the things we're doing is, and we haven't made a formal announcement about it, is we have purchased some machines from a company called InMode. InMode is really, I think, the Mercedes-Benz of non-surgical body toning and contouring devices. They're really the leader in the marketplace. They're a Fortune 500 company. They're traded on the stock exchange. They really have a lot of moxie. And anyway, they have some really neat devices that incorporate good technology that brings about good results in a lot of people. Now, I always say nothing is as good as surgery itself. So, I mean, if you want to go pay a lot of money and go under the knife, you can really get some good results.
And there's no shame in that.
That's right.
Right?
Exactly.
There's no shame in
But
getting surgery.
There's a lot of people who can get really good results for a whole lot less money without ever having to go under the knife with some of the technology that is available today. And we have that now. So I leased the space next to our office in Durham and have created a studio where you can get these sort of treatments done. And I have a specialist, a nurse specialist Anna, who handles these sorts of things. And so if you could just imagine any area from the top of your head to the soles of your feet, just about any area can be treated. And if I like to tell people it's non-surgical fat reduction and skin tightening. And we would have to take a look at that to see exactly whether you're a candidate and maybe how many treatments would be involved and that sort of thing. And then we'd be able to give you a price on that. And that is no charge to have us do that, but to have Anna do that. And so we're going to be putting out some brochures and posters in the office later this week that kind of just tell a little bit about that, to gently announce the idea to folks and then later follow up with more of an email campaign. And it's not a primary weight loss tool. It's more of a cosmetic thing. And in particular, people who've lost weight would want that. And so I think it might be something you would want to consider, Deidre. And you can just call the Durham office if you like and just express your interest in that. And we can put you in touch with Anna and get that arranged. It won't cost you anything to do that. Yeah.
And it is completely painless. I'm not sure if that was said. It's a little warm. It's actually kind of comfortable, but compared to other options like surgery or even like cool sculpting that you may have heard of, there is pain involved to some degree with pretty much everything else besides this technology.
That's right.
And it looks like we have a question from Dolly.
Yes, about intermittent fasting and does that help with sagging skin?
I have heard this as well, Dolly. I can't say I have a ton of experience with patients using fasting as a way to treat excess skin with weight loss, but I have heard it from folks. I think Dr. Jason Fung has actually experienced it with his patient. Dr. Jason Fung is someone who really knowledgeable and vocal and has a book about fasting and how therapeutic that is for weight loss as well as other things. So I don't think it could hurt. It may help. I don't know that we have enough research to say absolutely if you fast, you won't have any issue with excess skin. But I think fasting is a great tool to use on your journey either way. I also am a big fan personally of the use of collagen. Collagen is a hydrolyzed collagen is a powder. It's kind of like a protein powder. It doesn't really have a taste. It mixes really well into things. And collagen is a type of protein that has the amino acids, the compounds in it that are most important for elasticity of our skin, our joints. It makes our hair and our nails. So collagen, while it's not going to prevent you again from having any excess skin, collagen can really help for folks who are looking for some assistance in addition to their exercise, maybe in addition as well to something like the InMode, using a collagen supplement, which you can get over the counter at most grocery stores, would be something that you could try. I usually recommend 20 to 40 milligrams a day, usually maybe a scoop, 20 grams in the coffee in the morning, and then maybe afternoon tea or something, you could put another 20-gram scoop in there. And we do not sell the collagen, but you can get that most everywhere. A brand that I really like is Vital Proteins. So that one is available. All right. I think we're there. We're picking 2 winners for the $25 Target gift card. Thank you everyone for watching and for entering and for commenting. We really appreciate it. Drum roll.
Wait a minute. Is this last name first? It's first name then last name, right? Okay.
Congratulations to, looking for the name to make sure, Hollis. Hollis Walton and Ash Cherie. Thank you so much. You both just won a $25 gift card to Target for tuning in with us today.
Tuning in.
Yeah, thank you so much. We are open as well. Give us a call. Thank you for all your questions. We're going to send you a message.
That's
okay,
right.
So hang on and you will get a message. Oh, we got another question coming in. Are the collagen capsules as good as the powder? I do not usually recommend the capsules or the gummies. It's just so much easier to get the adequate dose in the powder form. And a lot of times I'll say, if you're already making like a protein shake in the morning, just put a scoop in there. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone, for
Brandy,
watching.
I like your pick. I like that pick. Brandy, yeah, we know Brandy. So all right, it's a good pick. All right, sounds good. We host this show every other Monday, so tell your friends. Thanks again for attending.
Thank you, everyone.
We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Yeah, have a great week.
All right.
Bye.